well, competed. They got hot, obviously, in the fourth quarter. We're trying to run them off the three-point line, and just our effort on our closeouts wasn't good enough. We were there for contests. But I give our guys credit. We're down 6, call timeout at 5 minutes to go, and have a shot to win it at the end. Really unfortunate that the game ended that way. Trae sets a great screen, should have been a foul. We should have had the basketball after a free throw on the side. Just disappointed in the way that game ended. But I thought our guys competed from start to finish, and really proud of their effort.
Okay. We will begin the Q&A portion with the first question from Chris Kirshner.
You just mentioned it there with Trae, with the screen. Did you get any sort of clarification from the refs afterward about? I
got an answer that said that he said, I spared Trae. He should have been an illegal screen. It was a perfect screen. It was a perfect screen. Willie Cauley-Stein ran Trae over, and that's a foul. It's a foul. That's why Trae's on the floor. It blows up our play. But it's unfortunate. I thought our guys really competed. Trae was fouled. He falls on the floor. He gets hit in the nose. He set a great screen. I give him credit. He set a great screen. We're trying to execute, and he did.
If that didn't happen, what was the play design?
I'm not going to yell out the play so everyone knows what it is, but we were trying to execute a play to get a shot with multiple options. Bottom line is he was going to set a screen to get John open, and we were playing from there.
Gotcha.
Davide.
Hey, Coach. My question is about Gallo, of course. You guys increased his minutes, and he had the chance to win at the end. What did you see from him? And his overall growth, what do you think?
Yeah, at the end of the game, when that last play, he ended up catching the basketball a lot higher as one of the options, and so now it's kind of a blown play after Trae gets knocked to the ground. But I thought he was great. We needed some timely baskets and free throws from him, and he provided that. We needed his veteran leadership on the court at the end, and he provided that. Wasn't his greatest shooting night, but we had a chance to win with him with the basketball at the end of it.
Thank you.
Christos.
Hello, Coach. Would like to ask you, how could you explain the fourth quarter, especially the first 6 minutes of the fourth quarter, and what would you like to change about the next games?
Just making those shots. We didn't make any shots the first couple possessions. That's part of it. You obviously want to execute, and you obviously want to make shots, and we did it, and they did. And so we went to a timeout. We still had a 2-point lead. We made a nice little run. They made a big run again, and we called another timeout. But, taking away their 3-point attempts, I thought our guys were scrambling. We needed one more effort to run them off the 3-point line. We had great contests, but they were hot. And it was the number of guys. Tim Hardaway hits a couple. Brunson hits a couple. I think Doncic hit one in the paint and maybe a 3. But just another effort of physicality to get them off the 3-point line to catch and shoot rhythm threes.
Thank you very much.
Sarah.
Lloyd, what did you see out of John, and what do you think it is about this matchup that allows him to have the success that he does against Dallas?
He just scored in a variety of ways. His activity is always tough. They play small ball sometimes. Their rim protection struggles at times, and he was able to get behind the defense with some of the lobs as they're paying a lot of attention to Trae. And obviously, anytime he's making some baskets, it's a bonus for us as well on the perimeter, so we can space the floor with the hits and the double teams. But he was also effective scoring on the block as well. One was over Cauley-Stein, I believe, one of their bigs, and another over their smalls. But, he scores in a variety of ways. He's an efficient player. There's no surprise with JC.
Andy.
Hi, Coach. Definitely a bit of a heartbreak loss there. I wanted to ask you, what do you take away from this game and how your guys responded to, getting hit with that huge run at the end? And what do you take into particularly the games that are back-to-back against the Spurs and the Pacers this weekend? Yeah,
I think the biggest thing for us is just staying committed to the defensive end, finding a way to get a stop when we need one. We talk about our 3-minute defense, our end-of-game defense, really locking into the physicality of the game. You have to guard. You got to get a stop, whether it's your guy, whether you're in a defensive position on the weak side, and you got to pull in and get it. How about that? Kevin had a hell of a play Brunson slips, he pulls over from the weak side and contests the shot. He misses it at the rim. It's that type of mentality we have to have in the fourth quarter to give ourselves a shot. We'll be fine executing. We just have to find one more, two more, three more plays down the stretch.
Chris.
I know you've had Kevin in these late game situations inbounding the ball. What do you like about him being in that position?
It's a variety of things. It depends on what the play is or who we're running it for. And so, sometimes you just need a guy with size to make the pass. John was open on the lob for a split second. And usually teams put, sometimes I'm surprised they didn't bring in Boban to contest on the inbound. Sometimes teams will bring in 7-footers and have length. In that case, maybe use Gallo as an opportunity passer. But I think he's a cerebral player. We didn't have any timeout, so you need someone that you trust that can make that pass. Because that's a tough decision. 4.7, we got multiple options, and you're trying to find the right one. You got to have a guy that's a willing passer, a good passer, and has some size for the most part.
Sarah.
Clint seemed to struggle a bit tonight. What do you think was the biggest challenge for him?
They space you out. A lot of times they're playing 4 smalls, 1 big. And their bigs can shoot the 3, so they're spaced out as well. We're trying to get him around the basket so he can protect at the rim, and they were hurting us at the rim in the first half. And so when he's in scramble situations, I think his 4th foul early in the third quarter, he was guarding a guy in the corner, and he's trying to run him off the 3-point line in the corner, and he gets a hand-touching foul. That's not a normal position for Clint, but that's what Dallas's roster allows them to do is space you out and then drive closeouts.
Thank you, Coach. There are currently no hands up, so we'll let you out of here.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.